The cleanliness of wrestling talk that is Chair Shot Reality.
Yes.
Not.
It's all over, man. Outtakes, brother.
Rennell Hunt, Justin LeVar, Josh Eisenberg making appearances when he needs to. We're here at the Squirrel Hill Sports Bar in Pittsburgh. Getting closer to the end of our summer tour. Getting ready to go back in the studio where there's air condition.
Yes.
Nonetheless.
Yes.
Rennell, we took a week off last week. Some things happened. Some releases. First, not so much a surprise. We figured it was inevitable.
Yeah.
But it's official. Ryback done with WWE.
Yeah. Well, listen, man. Ryback, phenomenal athlete, phenomenal in every single aspect. But there was a rumor that he was like, hey, I could take a break off, do some things, look at a couple other avenues, and then see what's going on. I do think that it was a mutual agreement right now. I do know this, though. Periscope, about last week or so, a couple days ago, Ryback came out, introduced what he was trying to do. He had some new clothing coming out. Everything else was coming out. He said, hey, listen, I'm looking to do some other things outside of WWE. He said clearly, I am no longer in partnership with WWE. I thank everybody for what they have done.
He wished them the best in their future endeavors.
Listen, the big guy is a nice guy. And at this, hey, I can say this. You never know what might happen with Ryback and the Rev. I do know that Ryback is booked for an indie show that the Rev is also working on in the near future.
I also know that Ryback is a David Allen clothing customer.
You know what? I'm a David
Allen. The knots
Allen.
and the suits, the big guy, he's getting fitted for it as well.
Big guy.
The big guy. First off, I'll say this. I interviewed Ryback once, and the number one thing I took away was he is super passionate about the business. A lot of the guys are.
Yeah.
Him even more so. So I hope that he finds success. I think that his run with WWE had some faults by WWE, fast-tracking him when he wasn't ready. The character wasn't ready.
The jump.
And I'm sure he had his faults too. I have a real hard time forecasting his future because when a Cody Rhodes leaves WWE, one of the greatest wrestling families ever, you know he's going to be fine. WWE fans definitely feel that Cody Rhodes should have had more success in WWE. You know Cody Rhodes will eventually be back in WWE in some capacity. Ryback doesn't have the same cards to play.
Yes.
The bulk of the audience, you know this, the bulk of the audience that keeps the independent wrestling scene alive is the IWC.
Yeah.
And they are not fans of
huge.
Ryback. Now, that could play into favor for him to be a really good heel, but it could also just be short-lived. Promoters don't feel he's worth the money.
The money, the effort,
$4
the
grand,
time,
$5 grand,
all
whatever.
the brain.
So I don't know what's going to happen with him, and I don't know what other projects outside of wrestling he's looking to do. I know he does fitness stuff as well, but I wish him the best. But I am so stumped at this time next year how well his career will go up or down. I don't know.
Honestly, if I could say this, a lot of times what you look at as a wrestler before you move on is how can I market myself in other ways? A lot of us indie guys, we know we have to work somewhere else. In order until we make it, you got to balance your real life with your dream until your dream becomes your reality. So how do I market myself out of professional wrestling? As fortunate as it is to say, how many times have we seen guys fall victim to it? They got to hurry up and think on their feet on how to market themselves. Ryback, he can fall into a little bit of a situation with that, but at the same time, I do feel that right now, if he does it the right way, if he doesn't rush into some things, it could work out, especially with the cruiserweight and everything coming back. You're going to need some big guys to stay in WWE. He might have hope of coming back along with Cody Rhodes.
Well, and the best thing that Ryback has going for him is that he is visually impressive when you see him.
Yeah.
The dude's jacked. So he's television friendly. So TNA, Lucha Underground, Ring of Honor, New Japan, anybody that has TV, he's certainly he's an asset,
Definitely,
I think.
Definitely.
And maybe the fact that he is so disliked by a portion of the audience, that maybe he has the Matt Hardy resurgence where he just reinvents himself.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't want to see.
All I know is he doesn't want to get deleted.
Well, I don't want Ryback, hanging out with a dilapidated boat. But all right, so continuing on here at Squirrel Hill Sports Bar with the releases, we talked Ryback. Let's talk about another release that did come out of nowhere in a lot of ways, and that's Joey Styles. Longtime ECW announcer, was a WWE announcer. Then he moved into like a VP role with digital. Yeah. He's gone. Rumor is that it might have had something to do with a live Facebook Q&A chat where, let's face it, Joey Styles is always honest.
Yes.
And maybe his honesty caught up with him.
If you don't know that he's honest, go back to the May Raw of 2006 with the whole promo thing. People can say it's a work shoot. People
He
can
ripped
say
the
it's a
mic
straight
flag
shoot.
off. He ripped the mic flag
It's
off.
done. It's done. The ultimate pipe bomb. But I can say this. You cannot deny the fact that Joey Styles was one of the undercover masterminds of professional wrestling. No matter what part of the business it was, you know that he had some type of weighted opinion and that he had some weight to his name. Now, we can say this. I do think that a lot of things are open for Joey Styles, rather whatever he wants to do with it. Just like we previously talked, he can go New Japan, he can go wherever. Everyone wants his brain. Same thing. If it ever
he starts a podcast, you can't tell me the podcast one won't want to pay him for that.
You know what's surprising? I think his podcast might make it back to WWE Network. Hey, listen, man, if you want to come on to Chair Shot Reality, I think we might be able to bring him down. We'll go to you, man.
Got a couple of dollars.
Couple dollars.
Fly you in.
How you doing?
Look, Joey Styles, in the fog on the water that is the politics and nonsense that can be in WWE, Joey Styles was certainly the lighthouse that beamed through that fog. That being said, outsider perspective, I'm not there looking in. I always thought WWE higher-ups did not like Joey on live TV because he's so passionate and genuine with what he's thinking.
Yeah.
But they also did not want to get rid of him. Hence, that he ended up getting promoted up the ladder behind the scenes. Honesty might have caught up with him. It's unfortunate. I really hope that he gets picked up somewhere else, whether it's with a wrestling company, whether it's doing a podcast or whatever, because he's got so much to offer that him going silent would be a missed opportunity. Hey, I hear this thing called House of Hardcore is touring.
You know what? I think we might be able to.
I heard that House of Hardcore is coming to Cleveland and Pittsburgh in October.
You know what? I heard the Revs might be in attendance.
And I'm just saying, it's my city. I give the reality checks. Unless somebody's going to stop me. Oh, my God.
My goodness. Let me say this, man. Pipe bomb right here. Actually, it's not even pipe bomb. It's just straight reality. In the professional wrestling world, inside the job, in whatever career that you do, no matter if you're at the top of the chain, if you're a John Cena, or if you're at the bottom, no offense, if you're like a Hornswoggle or so, you have to remember this. Social media is important. No matter what you throw on it, it can always come back, and Big Brother is always watching. In particular, with a multi-billion-dollar company that's at the top of the entertainment business, World Wrestling Entertainment.
Couple of haters.
Couple of
taters.
And it's some taters and some
Damien, little Hannah. That's the crew. Chair Shot Rally. We got more coming up.